Future Administrators Tier 2 Application Video by Kharla Boyce. Part 1 of the application asks me to select one of the core belief statements I identify with and describe a time I've lived out the core belief. I had a hard time choosing an Alvin ISD belief when I saw this question because I feel so strongly about all of the Alvin ISD beliefs. But the one that I'm going to emphasize today, the one that I'm going to speak to, is that we believe campus leaders establish a climate where everyone matters by instilling culture, pride, and ownership on their campuses. Perhaps it might seem a little premature for that to be the belief that I think I'm going to demonstrate for you that I've lived through. But see, I believe that I learn by doing, just like the students would teach. So I learned that belief by having it done unto me. And this is where it all started. You see, when I started in this district, I had just moved from New York. I had 14 years of teaching under my belt, and my husband and my family decided to relocate. So, as a passionate teacher who really didn't want to leave her kids, our third grade class in New York, what else was I to do besides move to Texas, 8 months pregnant with my son Owen, by the way, and register as a substitute? And I did. And where did I register? Alvin ISD. Alvin ISD wasn't the only district where I registered as a substitute, but it was the only district where I kind of felt like I was important and like I mattered, even as a sub. It was an instant and sustaining feeling of pride as I took jobs all over the district. I was greeted with warmth every time I stepped into a campus, like an employee who was returning from leave or a long vacation, and never just like the strange substitute who was hired to keep the tiny humans alive. I got that same feeling, that sense of belonging and that sense of pride at every campus where I subbed. What I felt was the climate and the culture of Alvin ISD. That same climate that was established by the campus leaders who felt that it was important to make sure that everyone on their campus mattered. And that established a culture of pride and ownership. These campus leaders have set the examples for me, and that is why I chose this belief. I took hold of this belief, and it has been my mission to portray it as an Alvin ISD employee ever since. It was the driving force behind me writing full-blown lesson plans as a substitute teacher. It was the impetus for me as a fourth grade teacher right here in Glen York, going up to my literacy coordinator and asking her if I could help her with the family night activities, because I wanted to instill that same culture for the students not only in my classroom, but the students in the classroom of all the classrooms in our school. And it was the catalyst for me taking hold of this job opportunity and applying to be a literacy coordinator for this dynamic district. I explained the examples of how this belief was demonstrated to me, but when did I demonstrate this belief as an Alvin ISD employee? The most relevant example would be when I renovated and redesigned our literacy library. I hosted a grand opening.
Okay.
Welcome to Glen York's Literacy Library.
And this will be
This will be the data wall for knowing our kids' reading levels. Eventually, the kids will all be on color cards and they'll move across the wall as they progress. And I'm gonna give you a whole tour.
yeah.
Okay. So over here, we have our checkout system for our guided reading levels. Each teacher has their name on a pocket And the books are organized with cards. So if I wanted to check out this set of books, I would take this card and place it in my pocket so that I know what books I have. When I return them, I can simply just put it back and either place it back in the bin I got it from or in the return bin, and it'll be placed for me. These are all of our guided reading books.
What are the red and yellow and green boxes? Are they different?
Yes, so these are literature circle and book studies books. And for these books, the names of the books are on the front. And the way the teachers check them out is each teacher has a card with their name on it. And if I wanted to take these books to do a literature circle, I would just put my name in this box and I'd remove the books so that other teachers know that we have this and this is who has it in their room currently. We also provide bins and bags so they can transport the books back to their rooms. And so some of them have levels and some of them are just sets of books that aren't necessarily leveled but are student interest books.
And then these are...
So this is our writing area, and we have writing mentor text, and you'll see that each book has a label on it that says what the mentor text is used best for. They don't have to use it for that, obviously, but if they needed some ideas. And the teachers are encouraged that if they use this for a really great lesson, they can leave their lesson here to share with their peers, and they can check out the book by just writing their name in the box next to the title of the mentor text.
So Kharla, I know we're in the midst of ordering more supplies, but when we get big books, are you going to locate them here or in your library?
They will be located here. We have a few on this shelf right here, so this will eventually be the place for them. I haven't figured out a checkout system for them just yet, but we're anticipating that they're going to be housed right here.
So Kharla Boyce, literacy coordinator, and Lisa Hicks, principal
I was trying to hide.
of York Elementary.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
so thankful to have Kharla.
Me too.
All right.
It was advertised for weeks and very well attended. And while I can't take credit for the idea of the checkout system, I did revamp and reorganize the pre-existing system. Teachers were surprised to see new and donated furniture, adding warmth and comfort. They were surrounded by encouraging quotes and an abundance of resources to use for planning and lessons. There were notes of encouragement that they were encouraged to take with them on their way out on hard days. And we even had a coffee maker donated by the previous literacy coach. Our very special guests, the curriculum coordinator and the director of curriculum, celebrated right along with us. However, the most important area in the space were the framed pictures of every ELA teacher in the building, and the letter that I wrote to the teachers, encouraging them to take ownership and use the space as needed. This area has since been a space where teachers meet to plan, gather, and share resources and analyze data. The pride and ownership is evident by the way the space is used, and it's added to the culture of our building.